Kristen from 521, 521. Good morning, Kristen Ravello. How are you? Good morning, Rose. Happy October to you too. Rose says happy October, everyone. So, Kristen, I know you're over on YouTube. Rose is wishing you a happy October. Good morning, Kelsey Dale Durant. How are you? Good morning, good morning. Just letting people file in. I hope you have your tea or your coffee, your wake-up juice, your go-go juice, as what's her name? What was that little girl's name? Little Boo Boo, Honey Boo Boo Child, or Honey Boo Boo. I wish somebody would call me Honey Boo Boo. The most wonderful time of the year. Oh, really, Kristen? You like the fall. You're into it, huh? You're feeling it? Good morning, Karen. How are you? Oh, Kelsey, I'm sorry you're stressed, but let's leave that stress at the door. We're going to do our breathing exercises and let go of that this morning. We don't want that with us. We can let go of that at any point in time we choose. It's about where we choose to put our intention and our attention. So don't focus on the stress. Focus on the blessed. And you will find that the stress will leave you, I promise you. Yes, fall is where it's at, Kristen Ravello says over on YouTube. I can dig fall. I have no problem with fall. Good morning, Rebecca Willis. Hello. I can dig fall. Like, fall is cool. It's winter that gets a little bit. Winter's a good time too because you can kind of cozy up, but it just gets so gray, you know? Like, I liked being on the East Coast during winter because at least the snow sort of made it feel like cozy, and the snow was really, really beautiful. But being in the snow and having to shovel it and all of that was a lot of work. Not fun. Karen says, for those of you who can't see Facebook, Karen says, "You're our honey boo boo." Oh, thank you, Karen. Shed a tear. Hey, Anne. Good morning. Good morning, Christina Avalos. How are you? Just waiting for people to kind of come in. Rose says on Facebook, the Zodiac reads are awesome, Dan. Thank you. That's a good reminder. So you guys, the Taroscopes are going up. I haven't completely finished them, but the majority of the signs are up. I just put up Sagittarius this morning. I will finish out the last 3 this morning after the broadcast. I'm going to go and start to do Capricorn next. So those will be done today. Couple of other housekeeping things. We are switching around the charm nights, which I mentioned that in previous broadcasts, those of you that have been watching. This week, the charm nights will be Wednesday night, which will be tomorrow night. I'll have a flyer up for that later today. And on Friday night, the 4th, okay? So if you guys are interested, reservations can be made for charm readings. I will be doing free card pulls, card pulls. You know how that dyslexia works. I will be doing free card pulls in between the charm readings because it's a nice little break and also allows me to give to those that can't afford or are new to the room. So be aware of that. Wednesday night will be like a new sort of thing that we are going to do. The following week, though, I won't have a Wednesday because I will be in New York, so I don't know that I may take the charm box with me, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to do a live charm event Wednesday night. We'll see. What else do you guys need to know? Yesterday was the last day of the Literary Witches Oracle. Let me grab it really quick. I kind of packed them up this morning. I saged them and packed them up this morning. I want to say thank you to Jen Nichols. I don't know if she's here in the room. Good morning, Mary Lyman. I don't know. Good morning, Jessica Farley. Sweet Pea, Jessica Farley on YouTube says, "Hey, Sweet Pea." I call Gus Sweet Pea. That's funny that you use that term. So, the Literary Witches was a gift from one of our members, Jen Nichols, which a lot of you know, and we all have been enjoying this with the exception of maybe one of us. Anyway, she's long gone. But it was sad to say goodbye to them. They will be back, okay? I'm not saying that they are completely gone forever, but I do have other decks that I want to work with, that I want to sort of figure out and get knowledge of. And, you know, we know that this is a wonderful, wonderful deck. If any of you are ever interested in me bringing it back, let me know in comments and shares and that sort of thing. But you know, a big old thank you and shout out to Jen Nichols for purchasing this off of my wish list and bringing this into my life, into all of our lives, really, because it really did make the last 2 or 3 weeks that we used it very informative and very cool. I am staying because that deck has a place of honor, and like I said, those ladies will be back at some point. Um, uh, and they can also be used in private readings too, if you guys want to do that. So a couple things: the Amazon wish list is pinned to my business page. If there's anything on that wish list that you feel like sending me that you want to see unboxed and possibly used, you're more than welcome to do so. It helps me to create content. It's a way of supporting the channel. That's one way. The other thing that I was going to mention is we're going to start to use another deck that I got from England. Actually, we're going to use two different decks that I got from England today. One is the White Witch Oracle, the Oracle Crystal Ball cards. These are more yes or no, or kind of similar to like a Magic 8 Ball. There's only about maybe so many cards. But so I want you guys to kind of hold in your mind this morning maybe sort of a question that you might have that you want an answer or insight into. We're going to be using these at least for the first week of October, because I thought that they were kind of cool for the October fall witchy theme. And then I am going to be using, also out of England, another deck that I got off of Etsy that you guys have seen a little bit of, but this is similar to the Literary Witches, except we don't have the literary women in them, but this is the Witchwood Oracle. Okay, so again, it's another Oracle deck, but I ordered 3 different decks from the Witchwood makers, right? The Witchwood Oracle store out of, I know that the White Witch is out of Tamworth, England. I can't remember where Witchwood is out of, but they are out of England, and so they were kind of a little bit pricey. I got them on Etsy, but I thought that they would be fun and they would go along with the fall theme of October, and there's 3 different decks, so I am going to work with all 3 of them. You'll see. I just have a plan for the month of October. So we will stay with that female empowered energy. We will stay with that sort of nature-based Wiccan witchy energy that we enjoyed so much with the literary witches throughout the month of October. But we're going to get exposed to some different decks while we work our way through October. I am going to stay with the grounding stone and see how well it works. I think it's going to continue on fine. We'll see. I was wondering if the grounding stone, if the crystal ball, White Witch Oracle, Crystal Ball, Oracle cards were going to maybe replace the grounding stone for the month. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and keep all 3 going with each reading, with each daily forecast. It just adds another layer and a lot of fun. So you guys can come to me with a yes or no question every morning, something you're pondering, something you want some insight on, something even is very specific if you feel the need. Or you can just kind of listen to whatever the message is from this little card and apply it to your day, all right? But that's the plan. So for those of you that are paying attention, or those of you that are going to rewatch this, pay attention to that. And when you do catch it live, or you catch the next broadcast, let me fix my chair, sorry. Or you catch the next broadcast on a replay, go into it replaying it with a question in your mind, because that question very well may find an answer with this White Witch Oracle little mini deck, okay? What else did I want to share with you guys? I told you about Taroscopes. Please go over and watch them. Please hype them too, guys. If you know other, like say you're a Gemini and you know you have friends that are Geminis and you really loved your Gemini reading, please share that out to your Geminis. Or if you belong to a group of like Pisces Power Forever, you know, take the Pisces link and go share it in the Pisces group. Share it on Instagram. Steal it off my Instagram and repost it. Follow me on Instagram if you're on Instagram at Engelgeist333. What else? I will be traveling starting on... Sorry, there's all this housekeeping stuff, but I will be traveling starting on Sunday the 6th. I leave early in the morning. So I may pre-tape the daily and just upload it the night before. Or I'm thinking I'll bring the cards with me and do I think I have a layover somewhere, and maybe do the daily from the layover point in an airport. I don't know if that's weird though. There's a lot of energy and noise in the background. So I'm trying to decide on that, and then I'm gonna take the cards with me and potentially get up early enough every day that you guys don't have to miss the dailies. But I know that I have to be in class at 9 a.m. every morning. So we'll see how that works out. And oh, and one other thing too. I was going to say this. The month of November coming up. Since we had such a hit with the literary witches and the voting process of that, and you guys all got to kind of have your say, and that was the deck that was chosen, and it resonated with someone. Good morning, Ducky. Good morning, Allie. Um, good morning, Kelly Kemp. Good morning, Beyonce. So I'm sorry that you have anxiety. Are you dropping a new album, girl? Are you not so sure? Beyonce Knowles is back on YouTube, and I'm so glad she's back. And she's saying she has so much anxiety right now. And what I just told somebody else that said that they were really stressed is what we need to do right now is try and get into the present moment. There's nothing we can do about it right now from in front of our computers. So let's get into the present moment and breathe and relax and focus on the positive. Okay, Beyonce? If you're getting ready to drop a new album, or maybe Blue Ivy's not behaving, you know what? You have nannies for that, girl. Don't even sweat it. By the way, I followed Beyonce last night on Instagram. It finally occurred to me, Ducky had to remind me, you can follow Beyonce, bitch. I was like, seriously? So I went and I looked, I was like, oh my God, Beyonce. So I'm following Beyonce now. Now, if I get a follow back, holla back, girl, I will die. I will just about die. I will cut everything off and drop dead on camera. But I don't know that that's going to happen. Anyways, so I love that Houston hot sauce. She's fierce. So, what I was saying is I am going to attempt to try and do the unboxings for the next 4 decks that we are going to put into the running for the month of November. The way that I'm going to do the contest this time, I will take a poll in the group, in the Engelgeist group on Facebook. But what is also going to factor into the winner, I think will be fun, is the video on YouTube that gets sort of the most likes and watches, or mixture of likes and watches, is going to be factored into the poll. And it's going to be like America's Next Top Model. There's going to be all these different points and scoring systems. But that's going to be determining what deck we use for the entire month of November, guys. So, and I've got 4 decks that I'm super excited about, 3 of which are handmade self-published decks, and 1 of which is a really beautiful sort of mass-published deck, but it's gorgeous. So, that will be coming out in the next day or 2 before I leave. So every watch and every view on those videos is going to be key, and every like on those videos is going to be key to what we end up utilizing in the month of November. So keep that in mind, okay? I'm going to try and get that done before I leave. One other little housekeeping thing, and then I'll get started on today's forecast, is I have some new friends for us. I'm going to post a picture on my Instagram today, but I've gotten some new charms all the way from Ireland. I ordered them. I shouldn't be ordering this stuff, but I saw them and I was like, they need to be in my charm box. These ones here are a little bit on the trippy hoodoo side. Like, I feel like this group of 5 charms is going to, besides that acorn charm that came in the mail, which also came through an Etsy purchase that was unexpected, that one I looked up last night. Rose messaged me about acorns, and I went, oh yeah, I need to look up that Celtic acorn and what that is. And there is meaning behind the Celtic acorn, and it's beautiful. And so that charm is now in the box. We saw that the other day. But we have this charm, which is representing not being centered in our aura and sort of chakra alignment or balancing, and all the different colors of the aura. And there's some serious joy I feel in this charm. Like, this is about like living in our protected space, owning our space, and being centered in it. Okay, so this one is now showing up and going to be present and aware and available to us. So I think that, in my personal opinion, and this is just me, I think with all the breathing that we've been doing and the upgrading or the vibrating and like the raising of our vibration, our charms are raising their vibrations, and messages now will be coming through with higher vibrational messages in the charm board, right? Because we have charms now that are showing us our auric field. What the fuck? So how can you use fuck and auric field in the same sentence? I can watch. Here's one. Here's another friend that will be in there. Look at him or her. It's kind of unisex. but their chakras are aligned and they are meditating like a mofo. And that's what this one is about. This is about screaming at you. You need to line up your chakras and meditate. So, some of you people that have been getting away with just doing the daily breathing, if this starts showing up in your charm reading, you're in trouble because I'm going to be telling you you need to be meditating. Spirit is calling for you to get down, squat down, line up your chakras, and do some work, okay? And this lady here is she's the post product of this work here, if that makes sense to y'all. Okay, so if we get called to do this, we lead ourselves to this sort of joyous occasion. Now, hold on, I'm walking you through all of them. We've got the Merkaba, the golden Merkaba star. This is how we travel through space and time through the astral plane. This is what I'm saying. We're getting some charms that are getting a little out there. But we've been doing past life charm readings and now it's a little out there. So I think that we're going to take this to, Spirit's taking this to a whole nother place. So these charms, and these charms are all also in this like gold plated or brass plated. They're different colors than the silver, but I think they're also from a different universe, whatever. And they came all the way from Ireland, so they made a long way to get here. We have the Om symbol, okay? And so Om is the sound that sort of created the universe. Om is the sound again sort of ties into like deeper spiritual meditation, and when we are meditating, it's a sound that we can make to sort of center and ground ourselves into all that is into all that is all that we are. Okay, whoa, mind blown, I'm dead. And then the last one, and this one's on my shirt. Let me show you my shirt. Does anybody know what this is? I don't know if you know it. If you do, you get extra points. Hey, Kristen McLean Barrows. I'm good. How are you? Does anybody know what this is? How did the vacuuming go? This is that charm. This is the sigil of Metatron. He is like the big heavy duty archangel. And so this is like major protection, major angelic guidance. This is just like a big fat boom mic drop as far as I'm concerned. So this is the sigil of Metatron, and that's going in there. So if this shows up in your reading, it's kind of like super protection, okay? So those are our new friends that will be showing up in the new charm readings. So I try and keep it interesting for those of you that are supporting me through purchasing charm reads. And I think that the messages are deepening because I think that quite possibly we as a group may be deepening. That's certainly my hope and goal and intention. And I think that is yours too, because I'm finding stuff that needs to be in the charm box that is taking me to other places. Okay. So now, speaking of breaths, not breasts, but breaths, let's do our breath work this morning, guys. Again, I want to do that light exercise, okay? So if we've been paying attention the last 2 days, let's breathe in through the nose, deep into the belly, releasing out the mouth. We know it's positive energy, fresh energy coming in. And for Beyonce, and for Kelsey, both of you who said you were stressed or anxiety ridden, this is key to do this work. It helps to lessen that anxiety and that stress and bring you into the present moment where the realization is that you are safe and things are okay in the present moment. So we want to take those deep breaths in. We want to imagine as we have our eyes closed that plus symbols are coming into our body with our breath. Let them spread out wherever they need to go. They will know where to go to alleviate any stress, pain, uncomfort, or discomfort. And just allow that to happen, okay? As we exhale, we'll hold at the top of the breath to allow the oxygen to sort of permeate the bloodstream and the brain. And as we exhale that breath, we want to imagine minus signs going out of our body. Anything that's stale, stressful, unneeded, doesn't work for us, doesn't belong to us, worry, fear, doubt, all of those lower vibrational energies we can just let go of and sort of do a breath sort of reset. Now, a couple other things. If you know about grounding, run a grounding cord. I always do this. I tap the back of my spine. The lower end of my spine is where your The base of your spine is where your first chakra is. Imagine a line of energy connected there, going down through the floor into the center of the earth. And allow anything that doesn't belong to you to sort of slide down easily down that center, that cord of energy, down to the center of the earth. And that can slide from both your body, your auric field, the energy field around you, anything that doesn't belong to you. Anything somebody put there years ago that you forgot was there. Any belief that somebody told you, you know what, you're this, you're that. You don't know how to do that. Let it go. It's not yours, okay? And just let that slide down that grounding cord. And you can do this anytime throughout the day. I like to put my hand on my heart or on my body somewhere to sort of bring my attention back centered to me while doing this exercise. And with each breath, I want you to imagine a light emanating from here, your heart chakra, your fourth chakra, and allow it to spread out all over your body. And it will spread out at the pace that it needs to, at the rate that feels safe and appropriate. And as it spreads out, if it goes out beyond your body into your auric field, that is completely okay and acceptable. That's where we want to grow it to. Remember that we have an energetic field around us, that we are protected within, that we have the right to say you are allowed or not allowed to come in. Okay? This is our God-given, spirit-given right. Okay? So let's do that now. Put your feet flat on the ground. If you're standing, just become aware of where your feet are. Place a hand somewhere on your body to bring your attention to your body. And let's close our eyes and take that first deep breath in through the nose. We're going to hold at the top. And each time pay gratitude to the body, the mind, and the spirit. Okay? So just join me in that right now. Let's inhale. And release, saying thank you to the beautiful body that we have and how it carries us through the world. All the skill and grace. Even if we don't feel that it's skillful and graceful all the time, acknowledge it in this moment as being skillful and graceful. Show it gratitude and love. It deserves it. Now take in a second breath and imagine that light beginning to emanate and spread within your body, touching all of the cells. Now take in that second breath, inhale. Spread that light and release. Still allowing that light to spread as we release any negative energy, any doubt, any worry, any fear. Thanking our mind for all of the thoughts and feelings and emotions and information that it processes for us on a daily basis, both in wake and during sleep. Thanking our mind for the amazing tool and supercomputer that it is. And let's take in that third breath and remember this light is emanating from us and spreading out into our body, out into our aura. And take in that third breath deeply into the belly. And release. Really push that light out in through the body, out into the aura. Shine brightly. Thank your spirit and soul for all the magic and power that it has, that it obtains, that it contains is the best word. For all the work that it does, both behind the scenes and when we're aware of it being connected to it. But remembering and acknowledging and being grateful for the fact that the Spirit is always with us, always supporting us, and always guiding us. When you're ready, open your eyes. Hi guys, welcome to October 1st. Tuesday, October 1st. Let's get to the forecast, okay? I'm going to say, now remember, get that question in your mind, whatever that sort of yes, no, maybe so question you have for today that you want maybe a little insight on. We're going to do that in one moment. But let me ask Spirit for the card that best suits the collective today for Tuesday, October 1st, 2019, for those that are not only watching live, but those that may tune in later on a replay at any point in time in the future. Please, Spirit, bring us that message. Now also is an ideal time for you to bring in your guides and your guardian angels. Ask them to come close to you. I do this every morning. You can ask them to come be close to you. Do you notice a feeling or a shift? Do you notice a change? My body heats up and I actually physically feel a heat that comes off of me when they're close by. If you meditate, you can kind of sort of get more in tune with that. So as I ask Spirit to come closer, and I ask only specific Spirit to come close, be aware of that too when doing this work. You do not want to be open to just anything, because there's all kinds of different levels of Spirit out there, high vibration and low vibration. If you're stressed and you're feeling attacked, worried, you could be attracting lower vibrational outside influences that could be also adding to that. So you want to be aware of that. Strengthen that aura, strengthen that space around you. Know that you have dominion over it and you have a right to say, no, not today. You are not allowed. A favorite phrase of mine that I learned from a medium named Kennedy Morgan is, only love can enter and only love can leave. And I kind of like that as far as your auric field. You sort of lay that down, that law. Only love, only things based in love may enter, and only things based in love from me may leave. Now, do I always follow that? I'm human. I get upset. But you can also be upset from a place of love. You can draw boundaries from a place of love. You can say no from a place of love. So, keep that in mind, guys. And welcome to October. All right, Spirit, thank you. What is the card for today? Okay. Spirit only dropped 2 cards, so it's the one on top. Ooh. Interesting. All right, I'm going to switch cameras on you guys. Give me one moment. Okay, so today's card is the Flame. Now, this is a new deck that I've only worked with very little, but it's interesting to me because we're at that sort of, we're going into that midweek point. And remember, we had Janet Frame, and we have the Flame today. We had Janet Frame on Sunday, right? And then we had the moon yesterday, which had to do with sort of lighting our shadow side. This flame to me feels like the beginning of that light within us this week that's heading towards that end of the week lantern that we saw in the other deck. This is about building that brightness within us. This is about building that light within us. This is about reminding ourselves that we are from the light, that we are beings of light, that we can create lightness, we can raise our vibration, we can guide ourselves through our own path, through our own light, and also inevitably help to guide others. I love that we have these stars here. I don't know that they necessarily have significance, but they do pull my attention because it reminds me of the star card. I love that this candle, although it has this strong flame here and it casts a light, I love that it is supported by this strong foundation. This stick or candelabra that you want to call it, although it is ornate, it feels to me deeply rooted. It feels to me like beyond this is like the rooting or the grounding down in below sort of the earth. Does that make sense? Like, I don't know if that's making sense to you guys, but that's sort of the picture I'm getting into my mind's eye. It's like, this is what we see in our regular world. This is what we maybe see down below in the spiritual world. We don't necessarily know exactly how ornate or beautiful we truly are, but as we sort of cast our flame, cast our light, get in touch with that light and hone it, love it, nurture it, we will start to understand how well and strongly we are supported, how stable we are. I love that there's 3 feet on the candlestick, which makes me think of the mind, the body, the spirit, right? Which is what we honor every morning and what we have been honoring. And those 3 components, also similar to like the Father, the Son, the Holy Ghost in normal religion. Not that I'm an extremely religious person, but I like to cast parallels. There's also I read up on Om, the sound of Om. There's the A, the U, and the M, which is also a trinity. And it's the sound of the creation of the universe. I know I'm getting a little out there for you guys this morning, but I have a feeling we're starting to head into some different channeled information. Let's just say that. So I love that there's these 3-pronged support system here that we may not even be aware of or fully in contact with, but it is there working underneath us. And it's strong, it's beautiful, it's ornate, it's full of support and balance, okay? Similar to like, like a pyramid or how they are 3-sided, and how they also like sort of funnel and attract energy, okay? So this to me would be us in our material world. This is sort of the environment that we experience around us supporting us. But then below us we have so much more that we've untapped deep within us that we sort of need to let forward and bring in, okay? Now, with the flame, there are small descriptions of these cards in the deck. Oh, did I shuffle it with the descriptions? I think I might have. I'm glad we didn't get this description card for the day. But let me read the description of the flame just to see what they say the flame is. The flame is fire element, which makes sense, right? Passion, purification, spontaneity. And reversed, it would be recklessness, destruction, and anger. But I don't feel that from this card. I feel like this is about shining our light. Maybe that's just the light work that we've been doing in our morning meditations and our morning breathing exercises. But to me, this feels supported. To me, this feels like the beginning of the lead-in for that peacock energy that we saw midweek. By Wednesday, we should be feeling ourselves, sowing our oats, enjoying ourselves, and shining brightly, understanding that we are supported in this world, understanding that we are able to shine our light and be acknowledged for the beauty that that light creates. I also want to acknowledge, too, that this candle is candles are based in wax, right? And they do burn down. So there is this sort of extra little bit here that is coming through that I want to say to you is be mindful of the fact that we can have our flame burn, but we also have to care for the candle, right? The candle being ourselves. We don't want to burn ourselves out. We don't want to overdo it. So make sure that there's self-care involved in all of this at any given time, especially for those of you that are stressed or feeling anxiety. Remember that it's okay to shine bright, but also remember, don't burn the candle at both ends, right? It's like, conserve yourself, care for yourself, and love yourself. You are a bright flame. You are a bright, beautiful, capable, supported being, and be as such, okay? Now, let's go to the White Witch Oracle, Crystal Ball Oracle cards. I hope you guys have that sort of yes or no question that you're pondering. Just keep it to yourself. This answer will be for the group as a whole. Spirit, please give me the answer that best suits for those that have questions in this group that are watching, please, and those that will watch. What is their answer for today, October 1st, 2019? As they shine the light of their flame, as they realize that they are supported by a holy trinity of the mind, the body, and the spirit that makes them them, that allows them to shine from a place of authenticity and beauty, and their shining inevitably allows others to shine. What is their answer today, Spirit? Thank you. This card says, this is the sign. So I'm not sure what you people have asked, but I would say this. Where I'm getting this is I feel like this actually plays into this flame card. It's telling me, this feels like this card is acknowledging what I've just said about this flame. For those of you that have asked for a yes or no question, it says to me that you've already been being sort of steered by the universe or being told to reach out and grab it. That you know that it is available to you. You know that you want it. So stop sort of maybe denying yourself of it and take it. If you need more signs from the universe or you need more light, and again, that's why I feel like this is tied to this candlelight, this flame that was within us all, then we need to ask the universe or ask our spirit guides, ask our own spirit, give me more signs, give me more affirmations that this is indeed what I need to be doing. I think that those signs will come. I think that it is a positive. This is a positive card to me, so I would take that as a yes to whatever your question is that you've posed. But if you're feeling unsure, feeling doubtful, feeling stressed, feeling worried, maybe that's the sign that you need to take into account and ask yourself. Go into your own light, go into your own answer, find your own emanation and ask your spirit, please give me the sign, let me know. There is growth here with these flowers, and these hands are reaching out and grabbing. There is all of this light here, so to me this is a positive. This is about, again, shining that light and really grabbing for it, going for it, trusting it, okay? So those of you that asked the question, it's telling you this is the sign. Maybe this is your answer today, the flame card or shining brightly, trusting yourself. And if you still don't trust yourself or you're still feeling fear or anxiety, ask for more signs. Ask for the universe to meet you, to show you, to tell you, what is it do I need to know? Okay? Now, let's go to the grounding stone. What do we want to ground in today while we're trying to shine our flame and look for the signs or embrace the signs and take hold of them and acknowledge them and be grateful for them? What stone is it that we need today, Spirit? Is this going to stay up? Maybe not. The stone is wealth. And when I look at this, you know, my first inclination is, oh, money. And as we all would, right? We'd all want to be like, oh, money, yes, money, money, money. But what I think this is about grounding into the wealth of what it is we have, focusing on the positive, focusing on the support that we have that maybe is unknown to us right now, asking Spirit for signs of that support, asking Spirit for opportunities to like show me where I am supported. And so I like, and the reason why I'm saying this is maybe this is going out to just those of you that are stressed and like Kelsey and Beyonce, you were saying that you were feeling stressed. This wealth stone says to me, ground in the wealth of the things that you have. Look around you, be grateful. Figure out what it is that is working for you. There is a team of spirits, there is a team of guides, there are guardian angels, there is other realms around us that we can access to show us how supported we are. They can give us the signs that we need so that we can see the light, so that we can shine our own light and realize how rich and wonderful our life is, even if we don't have the monetary wealth that we think we need. And you know what, guys, when we start to look at life from that perspective, I truly believe that then that wealth starts to emanate, that gratitude starts to emanate, and monetary wealth can very easily slip in through that energy, through that vibration, and wealth could become something that becomes a very regular occurrence. And I'm talking about monetary wealth, right? But this to me is staying focused on where are we wealthy in our lives? Are we rich in friendships? Are we rich in good emotions? Are we rich in good thought? Or are we focusing on the fact that we are not wealthy, that we don't have the things that we want in our life? Are we focusing on how sad our life is or how stressed out we are? Well, that's not going to bring about a bright flame. That's not going to bring about the signs that we need to remind ourselves that we are cared for, that we are wealthy, and that we have, there's a lot of, um, you know, we in the society, we put so much importance on monetary wealth and power. And there is so much more different forms of wealth, like the wealth of the heart, the wealth of the spirit, the wealth of inner strength. And I think that that's what this is about today. It's finding that wealth first. And when you find that, you appreciate that, and you own from that place that with which is within you, and you shine that out into the world. The signs will come from the universe, which you will be able to receive, and those vibrations change. And I wouldn't be surprised if some of you people are calling me a week from now and go, you know what, I got a raise at work, or a check showed up in the mail that I was totally unexpecting. But you guys have to do the work. You have to hold yourself in that higher vibration. And this is as much for me as it is for you. Yesterday, Ducky can attest to this. Yesterday, I was worrying to her about money on the phone because I had to pay bills yesterday morning, and it set me into an emotional sort of place that was uncomfortable. But you know what? I have to remember that I have a wealth of other things. I have a wealth of a spiritual connection that is beautiful to me, that is worth more to me than any monetary amount, right? I have a wealth of people that tune in every day and watch me and are inspired by me. That to me is like so humbling and so unexpected and beautiful. And I am so very grateful for that I could almost cry, right? But these are the things that I need to focus on. Not, and also be grateful that even though I did pay my bills, not as much as I would have liked to, but I did make payments to my bills will be okay. And I get back to shining my light and get back to who I am, and let the rest sort of work itself. Trust that universe, trust the signs, it will come to you. And if you need more signs, you need more affirmations, you deserve it, you can ask for it, but you have to be willing to receive it also. Okay, so I am going to drop the mic on that one. Boom. Change the camera back. I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. That's our October 1st reading. If you did enjoy it, thank you, Rose, for all the hearts. Mary Lyman says her sister is gold, and therefore I am fit, filthy rich. Exactly. That's the way to look at it. The more you vibrate in that, Mary Lyman says my spine is tingling. That's spirit, girl. That's somebody touching you, girl. That's probably because you're a little bit of a medium and spirits around you. Jamie Taylor says, nice. Ducky Simmons says, thank you so much for the yes or no question. Good, I'm glad. Allie Nichols says, heart, 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 heart. I love it, I love it, I love it. Rose says, Dan, you have outdone yourself today. Blessings. Thank you very much. Jessica Farley over on YouTube says, good read. Thank you. Best yet. So thank you guys for tuning in. Please, if you like this reading, share it out. If you think that there's anybody that can benefit from it today, get it out there in the social media. Get it out into the world. Share it out. Say, put a caption on it and share it in a group, or share it on your page and you go, this dude just blew my mind. Check it out. Every little bit helps. It helps to support me. It helps to support the channel. It helps to support the message. It also helps to support you in believing in the message. So, you guys, do with it what you will. Shine your light bright today. Know that you're supported. Let the universe come and meet you halfway. Let it give you the signs and the wealth. Just stay focused on where you are wealthy in your life. Is Beyonce still here? Hey, Corey Johnston, how are you? Thank you for saying you love the layout. Thank you. Please, Corey, tune in every day. We do this every morning. And you can always rewatch and replay. You can like the business page and be notified anytime I go live. I also do evening charm sessions with free card pulls. So, Beyonce, are you feeling better? You're welcome, Allie. Allie says, thank you, Dan, from deep within my heart. You are very welcome from deep within my heart. I think we're all doing, this breathing exercise stuff, guys. I think it's like leveling us up, even though it's only 5 minutes a day. I mean, I do more breathing on my own, separate from this, but I think that something's happening to the group too, which I think is really good. Jessica Farley says, blessings, sweet P, have a great day. Christina Avalo says, great to hear. Beyonce, are you feeling better, my dear? I just hope that you're feeling better. She says, not really. Sorry, hun. Well, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe if you just ponder some of the things I've said, maybe they might help to shift you. If you can find the gratitude, my dear, I think that it will help to shift your perception of things. Okay? If you stay in the stress and you stay focused on what's not working, you're only going to get more of what's not working. But if you stay focused on how you've, just imagine that you are supported. You're supported by your own spirit, by your own body, by your own mind, and start to live from that place. You'll feel a shift, and you will be able to shine a little bit brighter, and it will shift. It will lessen your discomfort. Okay? I'm sorry that you're having a bad day today, but I'm really happy that you tuned in and that you were upfront and honest about it. Okay? You kind of need clarity, is what she's saying. But you know what, Beyonce? You probably can attain your own clarity if you start to get away from the stress of whatever it is that you're dealing with. Okay? And if you wanted to book a private reading with me, all my information is on my website, at the Facebook business page, or on the YouTube videos if you go into the YouTube descriptions. The button's up at the top of the banner. You can pay me via PayPal, message me at the YouTube or at the Facebook page, and we would set up a private reading, and that would give you clarity. But I think that this was a pretty clear message for the day for all of us. So I hope that that helps. Okay. Karen says, blessings, honey boo boo. Thank you. All right, you guys. Rose says you need to have a live group meditation. We might be doing that at some point. Let me get to New York and back. And Mary Lyman says, step out of the box, Beyonce. Feel better, Beyonce. Jamie C. Taylor says over on Facebook. So Beyonce, there are people that care about you here now. You've become a presence, so some of this is up to you doing a little bit of the work too, my dear. Looking for the clarity outside of yourself isn't necessarily the answer. Today, that flame is about finding that clarity within ourselves. And then midweek, we're going to be peacocking. And by end of the week, we had that lantern card, which means we will be shining brightly and be able to guide ourselves. Okay? She says, y'all so sweet. For those of you that can't see on Facebook, she is saying, y'all so sweet. Well, we like having you here, Beyonce. You've been coming in every day, so we consider you a regular at this point. So welcome to the group and the community. I don't know if you're on Facebook, but there is a group where all these people congregate and talk and share and stuff. You can find it and join it via this link if you do have a Facebook account. And don't worry, if you come up in your Facebook account under a different name than Beyonce, we'll know that it's the real Beyonce. We'll just assume you're using an alias on Facebook and not on YouTube. Okay? Your secret's safe with us. All right, so I'm going to let you all go because I've got horoscopes to finish. I've got to do Capricorn, Aquarius, and the beloved Pisces that are always so patient. This means you, Rose. And I will see you guys on tomorrow night. All right? And tomorrow morning for the forecast. All right, you guys, have a great day. Beyonce is saying LOL, I think, to my comment about her alias on Facebook. All right, I will see you guys soon. Have a great day. All right, bye.